Hello, everybody. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Monique, and I'm on a financial health journey to create an inheritance for the generations to come. I want to do that through consistency and discipline. Today is Thursday, May the 23rd. And we're here to do really a cash stuffing of my variable expenses. But I am also doing kind of a mini budget with me based on that weekly check-in that I did. And you'll see that in a minute, just because it'll help to explain what you'll see as far as the cash stuffing is concerned. I'd like to thank anybody who's liked or commented on any of my videos, and especially those that chose to subscribe to my channel. I started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognize, and appreciate the community as a whole. So if you're rocking with me on this journey, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell. At the end of this video, if this is content you find valuable or enjoyable, please feel free to subscribe. I am newly married, and we are a blended family. Not going to be, I'm married, Monique, so it is now. You are now a blended family. And so we are working through marriage and money right now. But I do want to make sure overall that the decisions that we make now won't negatively impact our children in the future. So let's go ahead and get started. This may look very familiar to you guys. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. If you watched my budget check-in, which is probably the video that was posted right before this one, then you saw this form that I'm currently using. This came from Ask Me How to Budget. It's one of her freebies on her website. You have to scroll all the way to the bottom of her listing to make sure that you see it, because she does have updated versions of this. It is called the Money Tracker, and it deals with expenses on a weekly basis. And I've decided to move back to this. So yes, I was doing a weekly budget previously so that I could curb or check my unplanned expenses. After I felt like I got that managed, I moved to a bi-weekly schedule that aligned with my paycheck period. And then now, since I've been married, Sweet does his bills weekly. And so, and the way he does it is still even a little bit different than I do from a weekly standpoint. And it's funny, when I talk to him about bills, you know, he'll say, for example, well, how much is the furniture going to cost? Say if we're looking at furniture, and I'll say, oh, it's $900. And then he'll figure it out in his head. And he's like, okay, all right, well, then that's $22 a week. I got it. Because he works, as far as his income is concerned, it's variable. It changes week to week to week. And so that's kind of how he manages his funds. So because of that, and because weekly budgeting makes better sense for him, and because I have done weekly budgeting in the past, I am moving to a weekly format. So I pulled this money tracker back out again. I used to use it several months ago, and we've decided to pull that back out. So for last week's budget, and last week ran from May the 17th through May the 23rd, which is today. And this is what all of the expenses looked like that we talked about. So I won't go over those numbers again. But what I didn't do was here put what we're rolling over. So if we had money that we're rolling over into the next week, and what that looks like. So after I figured that out, took the total income, minus or subtracted the bills and the variable expenses. And for variable expenses, I just went ahead and did the $250, because although my actual was only $121 and I actually had $129 to roll over, that's going to be rolled over into these envelopes that are in a binder. So because of that, the whole $250 has been spent and accounted for. It just wasn't all spent with vendors. In some cases, it's just still sitting in the binder. So I subtracted the $250 and the $1369, and I came up with $642. And that is my start for this week. So this week is going to run from May the 24th through May the 30th. The majority of those days I'm going to be out of town. My niece is celebrating her graduation and her birthday and all of the great things. And so we will be in South Carolina for the majority of this time. That's why I'm going to go ahead and do this budget now. So I'm making it on Thursday. You'll see it on Friday. I'm working with $642. There are 4 bills that we have coming out, and that's OneDrive, Gas South, Apple Care, and Ring. And y'all, I usually have that monthly calendar view that I go over and mark off and highlight the things that have gotten covered. I got it wet, and that ink doesn't work well once it's wet. So I've had to trash my May calendar. You won't see that one. And now I'm debating whether or not I even want to do one for June because I'm so disappointed. But at the end of the day, these are the bills that I expect to hit within that time period of the 24th through the 30th. So let me add those together. That's 2, 102, 4, and 10. And that equals $118. Okay. Next, for my variable expenses. So for the variable expenses, I did allocate the money a little bit differently. Because of the travel that I have to do, I got to give a little bit more to gas. So I am taking some money away from groceries, and it's okay because I didn't spend the grocery money that I had allotted. Sweets took care of groceries last week. So all of that money that I initially was going to use last week is still rolled over. So I feel comfortable taking away from that one. But I did also add to home dining my the money that I get, because I'm going to have some of it in my pocket and some of it I'm going to actually put into my personal binder. Meds, I did back that out a little bit, and then I added pets. So these amounts look a little bit different than what you're used to seeing. Plus, you see the slash, so you have numbers on both sides. If it is on the left side, it's what's going to be online or in the bank. If it's on the right side, it's what I am managing through as far as cash is concerned for this cash stuffing. And the reason why I did it that way is because some of these things work better having some money online or available for me to swipe, because it really depends on where you go. There are still a lot of places that are cashless, and so that makes it a lot more difficult. And although I can swipe my card and then put the money back in later, I don't have that much of a buffer, especially when I am going out of town. Sometimes that doesn't work out really well for me, but just because I don't have that much of a buffer in these accounts. So if I pull the cash, then that's less that's available in the bank. And so I'm going to try now having a little bit in the account and a little bit in cash. It is going to be definitely much more difficult to manage this way, but I'm going to try it and we'll see. And if it doesn't work, hey, we'll scratch it and then we'll do something else. So you'll see me add these numbers together so that I can come up with what the total is as far as the budget is concerned. And then we'll look at this again and just do the cash part when I get ready to stuff. So for groceries, I have 50, 80 plus 20. So for gas total, I have 100. For home, 40. For dining, 40. Split out twice, but it's still 40. For Corinne, I have 20. On myself, I have 50. For meds, 10. And for pets, 10. So that should be a total of $320. Okay. So I'm not going to put anything in here because this is what the spot for what it finally looks like at the end. But for right now, I'm starting with $652. I expect $118 to get spent in bills. And then I expect to use $320 in variable expenses. So that should leave me with $204 that I should be able to roll over next week. We'll see. And then if you're looking at this form, you have bills on one side, you have variable expenses on the other, and then you have a spot here for you to track your expenses. So it's a much more simplified format as far as this is concerned. And I think that this will work well for us. And I kind of talked through why I moved to this form in the previous video. All right, so now if we're looking at these numbers, that total was $320, right? All right, let's see how much is online. I should have 80 minus 80 for gas is online, minus 20 for Corinne is online, minus 20 for dining that I'm leaving in the bank that's online equals. So I should be stuffing $200. Let's see if that's what I have. All right, because I don't remember taking out $200, but we shall see. All right, let's go. I'm going to zoom out some. Let's count this up and see where we are. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. Oh, I gotta do something with that pen. So minus 120. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. 70 minus 70. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only have $7. So minus 7 equals. So I'm $3 short. I didn't know what that $3 is. Now I did decide to bump up mine by 10. I had $40 for myself instead of 50. And so maybe I just took out, I wonder if I was only supposed to do 45 for that. We shall see. That's where I'll adjust. So I am $3 short. So I'm going to do my adjustment here in Monique's numbers. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get started. For groceries, I want to do 50, 20, 40. Let's get set. All right. And now in groceries, we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 10, 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. $140. Some of these ones are turned the wrong way. That's 140. All right, very good. Next is gas. $80 of that is going to be online, but I am going to put 20 in here, and this is just me trying to get some type of buffer built up for gas, just in case we need more sometimes. So 20 in there. Home, the whole 40 is going to go in here for home. So let's do 2 20s. Just take it easy. 20, 40, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9. $49 now in home. Dining, 20 is going to be in the bank. And I'm only going to add a 20 here. So let's do $20 bill. So now in dining, I have 20, 40, 50, 51, $52. Okay. Corinne is online because she wants hers in Cash App. Monique, let's do meds. We'll skip Monique. We'll do meds is 10. So now meds has 15. And then this is the first time I'm stuffing for Xerxes for his food and toys. And Xerxes gets 10. Actually, it's the first time that I'm doing him. So what did I say? I said I was short $3. So I'm going to take the 3 from pets because this was a new category. So I'm going to give Xerxes $7. That's what I'm going to do. I was going to take it from Monique, but I'll take it from him. So Xerxes gets 7 instead of 10. Right? I'm $3 short. So that should be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that should be right. Okay, we'll see. I was trying to math really quickly, so I think that worked. All right, so pets, I will have to make a notation that he only got $7 this time. Next is Monique. So I want to put $5 in 5 of these categories, and then I'll talk about why I'm just doing 5 in each. So beauty has 10. I'm going to put 5 back in here, and I'll update the trackers later. That's 15. Next is clothes. Clothes has 15. Now it's going to get 20. It's going to have 5. So add 5. So that should be $20 is what I should have said. Okay. Date night has 30. The card is in here inside. Yeah, we have 30. I'm adding 5, 10, 20, 35. So that's $35 added for date night. Okay. Next, social has 15. So I'm going to add 5. That should make 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. what is this? YouTube giveaway and gems. I'm going to add 5 here. So it has 34. I'm going to add 5. I'm going to take these ones because I want to put something in Little Beans envelope. So I'm really just basically adding 1 there. I'm going to take these 1, 2. I'm doing this on the fly, y'all. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take these ones out. I'm going to put those in Little Bean. So now YouTube is really just getting $1, but it's now going to have 20, 30, 35. That's what I'm going to do. All right, hubby is going to have 5. Just starting something out for him, just in case I want to buy him something. He likes goobers and he loves to go to the movies. Maybe I can spring for him to get some popcorn and a drink sometimes. So I'm starting that. All right, starting in June, I'm going to go back to these monthly 2024 challenges. And when I do that, I am going to stuff this amount every month, whatever that amount says on this particular card. For June, it's going to be $80. And that is going to fund 2 specific envelopes in my personal binder. I Wish, which is just for things that I want to buy, and I guess that would be my blow money that I would have, and then my passport, because I still need to finish this. You guys might have remembered this from the Monday mini savings challenges. When I retired those and started new in May, I said I still have a few more dollars I need to add to hit this to get my passport done. So my thought is I'm going to save the June savings challenges. Once I finish that with whatever I'm able to save, I will split it in half. Half of it will go in I Wish. The other half will go to passport. So that's how I'm going to fund those. And then going forward, instead of just giving myself $20 a week, I want to give myself $40 a week. 20 to 25 of it is going to go in here. $5 a pop for these, and then whatever's left will go into my wallet for me to use for spending. So that's how I'm going to treat my personal binder going forward. Just mentioned I want to put some money into these $4 into Little Bean. Let me add that in there, and I'll update the tracker later. But we're going to put these in here. And Little Bean, add these to the back. Little Bean now has 20, 30, 40, 42, 44, 46, 47, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 54. Alrighty, that makes me feel better. So we do that. And then this should be $20 over here. 5, 10, 15, yes. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And this $20 is going to go into my wallet for me, for my personal spending. So here's my personal card. Let's stick this in the back and here for me. There you go. So we are good to go. All right, so we are done. I was supposed to stuff 200. I think now with the change I still think I did, it's just that pets had a little bit less. So I will mark that down and notate that to make sure that we have it covered. But that is it. Thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.